We are live with Leigh from Pop Evil. What's going on, Leigh?
Not much, man. Just hanging, enjoying this quarantine life, man. How about you? Y'all good?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there myself as well. Looks like you're on the go. You're not driving, right?
No, I'm not driving. I'm always getting driven, right? It's just enjoying the ride, and I got a lot going on this weekend. We're getting an early start, so
Awesome, man.
on the
Is,
go,
is
on the go.
your birthday weekend? I understand.
Birthday weekend, man. So it's gonna be craziness my way. So I'm trying to brace myself.
Well, happy birthday and welcome
Appreciate it.
to an at-home exclusive. I'm in my
Yeah,
dining room right
I
now. This
love
is
it.
the new
I
new way
love
of
it.
the world here.
I love it, man. It is. It's the new norm, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, it sure is. So, congratulations on the success of the songs you've got out right now. Work and Let the Chaos Reign. Look, let's talk first about Work because I mean we've been playing the hell out of Work and it's gotten a
Sure.
huge response. I mean not just on our station but all across the world. Kind of relevant right now, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's such a cool song that we wanted to do something different. Again, whenever you put out an album, you always, at least in the pop evil fashion, we always like to challenge our fan base and try to be creative to bring a new audience. Obviously it's not what fans always expect us to do and want us to do, but we got plenty of that coming up the pipeline for us of what our core audience and people love from pop evil. But to be able to put out something like Work and to just have it have different influences for us, it's going to just add a whole new dimension to our live show. Obviously, we wish we'd already been playing it by now if this was normal and we were out on tour. But it'll be interesting
Right.
how we can add that song to the set list, and once we blend it with our previous catalog and add it to the new music that we're about to release, we're excited. So again, we just no expectations. We just wanted to put it out there and show our fan base what we're capable of doing, and just continue to grow. But lyrically, how the song has become an anthem for the people on the front lines and getting through this pandemic. It's an honor, and it's something that we definitely take very serious, and we look forward to releasing more music that can hopefully help people through this tough time.
For sure. If you are listening or watching live right now, you can always leave your comment. If you have a question for Leigh, you can leave a comment. We'll
Yeah,
try to get that question to him. Also, let's talk about the video for
yeah,
Work. I was just watching that before we jumped on here. Getting
sure.
serious Pink Floyd, The Wall movie
Yeah,
vibes with the animation.
I love
Really
it.
cool video. So tell me a little bit about how that video happened.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we were stuck. We could the band. Our drummer is from the UK, so there's no way we can actually get each other in a music video safely. So we decided that this might be the perfect opportunity to finally do that animated music video we've always dreamed of doing, and it came together awesome. Our character has always been the lion. Very very much similar to the way we create, whether it's lyrics or music. We're always bouncing around, and the strength comes lyrically with the melody and the way that we can influence people with our music. So again, we wanted to do the same with this music video and give people something that they could relate to. In old school, it reminds me of an old school 80s cartoon, which I absolutely love. Obviously I grew up in the 80s, so cartoons were big to me, and to be able to put out something that can again let the fans visually be relatable, was something that we're proud of. And again, it's still early. I think it's only been about a week or two old, so
Right.
we're excited to just see where it goes. But again, our limits we were very limited, and our resources were limited to put out a music video, and we just feel very blessed and honored that we could get out something as quality as we did, and due to this situation, and we're
Right.
stoked how it turned out.
So on Pop Evil's Twitter page, you referred to it as a labor of love. Do you
Yeah,
guys have a hand in the animation? Because I show you shared some of the storyboard drawings on Twitter.
yeah. I
So
mean,
did you guys have a hand in that?
the band is always, they get, anyone can put in their 2 cents if they want. I mean, I know the band's been busy working and everyone's doing their own thing via this pandemic. So every music video is a little different. I definitely had my 2 cents a little more on this particular video, just because I've had
Sure.
that passion for the cartoons. I love the comic books. I mean, I wouldn't say I have a huge collection or anything, but I've always been passionate about it as a kid. So to put out something a little more pop evil animated, I was all about it. I
You a
wanted this
DC,
character to come to life. Go
you
ahead.
a DC or Marvel guy?
I'm probably more Marvel, but I don't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I swing Marvel heavy over DC.
Right.
It depends on the movie, man. I don't try to discriminate. If it's something cool, I'm down. But all that DC and Marvel, I've always been, something that piques interest. I'm not a big movie guy, but if it's Marvel or DC movie, I usually find time to go see it. So, yeah, I just love the cartoons, man. I love the animation and how I love that inspiration that comes via superhero, and I think that you see a lot of that relatability in the way I write lyrics and the way our songs have been in the past. So definitely influenced by it.
Who did the animation for the video?
Mungo Creations. It's a friend of ours who had been in a previous band, growing up, and he's kind of gone a different direction, doing more music video creations. And we thought, look, I remember he reached out. He's like, we could probably make something like that happen. I'm like, are you serious? You can do a music video? Really? And they were great. And he's got a great team. And I know they're very new to the scene, and the way, if he keeps cranking out music videos like this, he's going to be around for a very long time, and definitely grateful for his hard work, and it turned out awesome. So we'll see, even moving forward, who knows now with this pandemic still raging, that it's definitely going to change the landscape, at least for our band, recording more music videos in the future, with Leigh being overseas, like I said before. So it'll be interesting to see, what the next chapter for us is.
So we've also heard Let the Chaos Reign. A little bit heavier than Work. Kind of a different angle on that one. Where's that anger coming from?
Well, it's there, and that's the yin and yang that is Pop Evil. That's why the band's called Pop Evil. We've always been like the crusaders for rock. I mean, we grew up in the Midwest. I mean, the Midwest is very influential to all our music, and certainly me as a frontman. The more that the secular world has abandoned rock, it's kind of it's been added fuel to the fire for us to be motivated to, kind of be rock crusaders in a way. And pop was evil. And that was kind of the mission statement with the name, to just keep us motivated. And to be honest, if the band would have been called something else, I probably would have got into something else. That kind of motivated me to just stay after it and to just do our part to, cross as many genres that we need to remind people, more so not in the rock world, that rock and roll is very much alive. And it's people that go to see us live, and all these other great rock metal bands that play live, that people, they just kind of like, they just overlook us, and I think that when you come from a country that prides itself in freedom of speech, I think that when somehow it got construed, when people that are screaming from the mountaintops rock and metal, it seems like our voice matters a little bit less. So it's up to us as a fan base, as a genre, as people, and certainly as musicians that are in it, to remind people that we do want to be heard, and we have to control our own destiny, write great music, be very educational on how we educate our fans, and not just take our genre for granted. We have to be there to support each other, even if it's not the band or the genre or that certain element of our genre we like. I think it's important to support it, man, because it's I want these kids to grow up playing real instruments rather than thinking that a guitar solo is something you do on your smartphone. I mean, that's ridiculous to me. So again, man, like I said, as a father, as a brother, as a sister, as a mother, I think it's important that we remind people that that's what makes rock and metal so great, is we actually play real instruments. There's a true American pride that is growing up with that guitar, that bass, that drum set, and learning to play in your parents' garage or what have you, and taking it to the masses. I mean, that's the dream, right? So
it's funny you say that. Yeah. I don't remember when the transition happened, when rock became whatever, like to certain people, it became more uncool. Is it the uncool thing, not the young thing anymore? Is it old people thing? When did that even happen?
And it's funny you say that. I don't think anyone knows, if you're in our scene, none of us know that. I mean, last time I checked, it was always cool, so
exactly.
So I don't know what they're talking about. But again, I don't know when it was never cool to pick up a guitar and play, or rather pick up your phone and press some buttons. Like, again, I'm not knocking it. Any form of musical expression is good with me. But again, there's just something. Again, there's just a certain pride I have with being able to play a real instrument, and that angst comes from that. Getting back to Let the Chaos Reign, it's just like,
right.
Let the metal prevail. And I think a lot of people have forgotten, just because maybe certain singles we've had to put or whatnot, or whatever situation we've done, that we grew up rock and metal infused, and maybe we haven't put out enough songs like that. And there's definitely the heavy on this record, Pop Evil style. My voice is that link that kind of connects all the songs with the melody and obviously the way my voice sounds is a little different than the average rock singer, and that's why we've been able to have the long career we've had. But we still have a lot of work to do. We're definitely not complacent with the success. There's a lot of people that don't know the band and are not familiar necessarily. They might know the music, they might know a couple old songs, but they don't know who we are yet. So we have a lot of work to do to remind people who we are. And once we can, get to that level, then we want to remind people that, go tell your friends. It's okay to bring 5 more friends to that rock show, whether you're seeing us or that other band that you guys support as well. You play a lot of great ones with you at the station. And it's important to, to remind people, man. I mean, it just takes one. I mean, I don't know how many times you've done it or I've done it. We're at that show and you're like, oh my God. I mean, I remember a Papa Roach show, and they're a massive band. I love P. Roach, but I remember seeing every song they play as a hit song. So I remember in the early days touring with P. Roach, I was like, oh, they did that song? Oh, they did that song? They did that song? I love that song. So sometimes when you go see these bands that we all know and love live, and, Throw Pop Evil in that, once you've been around a long period of time, I mean, these songs become a part of people's lives, man, and people forget. People's lives are busy, man. There's a lot more important things in the world going on right now. They don't have time to stress it. So we're supposed to bring people release, give them an opportunity to relax, and give them that moment of time, whether it's 4 minutes in a song or whether it's an hour and a half at a show, to take them away from their angst and their stressful lives. Music is the thing that can do that. So again, we're not trying to overthink this, man. This is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be an opportunity for people to enjoy. If they want to enjoy Pop Evil, great. If they don't, then, go enjoy another band. And just hopefully it's a rock or metal band. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
That's what it is. And that's our part to try to remind people about that.
And in today's world, it's so hard to keep people's attention. It's a very fast-moving media world. You got to do things online. You got to create video content. So, I mean, it's great. You've got the animated video out online. Radio can only do so much anymore. And I think I was talking to Mike Prodich from The Violent the other day, and he was saying that used to be you get your song on the radio and then you're the biggest band in the world that day. And it's not like that anymore. We're only one part of the fight now on radio. So I mean, what else are you guys doing to kind of get that content out there?
Yeah, I mean, personally, that's a great question. I mean, the honest answer to that, and I mean, I can give you the political answer. Oh, yeah, we're doing all this stuff to get a record out. The reality for me personally, I'm doing as much time to get away from the music scene, suck up all the energy from family, friends, because I haven't seen. It was crazy. This quarantine hit, and it's made everyone slow down and take a couple steps back, right? I mean, it seems like with our world, and I'm sure Mike that from The Violent will tell you, it's so about the next song, the next tour, the next break, the next thing, that you really forget about the things that are really important to you. And it's those people supporting you on the home front that allow you to go out. The people that are helping you pay those bills, the people that are helping, hey, can you take care of my house? Can you take care of the car when I'm gone? Can you take care of this? Can you handle that? Those are the people that, I guess, being around a little bit longer, that really make us who we are. Those are the true rock stars, right? So for the rock stars to be out there for everyone else to enjoy, our rock stars that are close to us, whether it's family or friends, they have to be the rock star. Unbelievable. But we're sorry, we got all. I just love razzing my friends. They're like, I'll turn off all the phones. I'm like, it's all good. But it rings this time. I'm like, thanks a lot. Right? No, just kidding. It's all good. But it's those loved ones that are doing all the things, that are putting it together for you, that allow you to get this to give us that extra charge so we can focus on just the music, So it's definitely a challenge, but I've been trying desperately during this quarantine to get that figured out and to make sure that I can just get my mind right. So that's been great. Then of course, on the political and the business standpoint, trying to get this record done, that's the easy stuff, right? That stuff's easy, man. That stuff at the end of the day is,
when you do what you love, that's the easy stuff.
That's exactly right, man. I mean, being out here in the real world is challenging. It's tough for a lot of us musicians. We don't know what to do. I mean, I'm in a car getting driven around. I'm in a bus. I mean, look, I can't even work this. We can't even work this these phone connections. I mean, I could try to act cool about it and think I know it all, but all I know about this time of year is what festival we're playing today. What am I waking up? Well, normally the biggest problem that you do with them this time is what's the catering, right? So
right.
It's again, man, we take all this stuff for granted, and I think that we all needed this, and I know, speaking for most of us musicians, I think it's been great for us to check ourselves and get back to those normal things. So when we do get back out, I think the energy is going to be at a whole nother level, because we're all itching and we're all can't wait to get back to what we love. That I think you take things for granted, man. I mean, it's like, oh, what's the next show? Okay, we'll do the next. When's the next tour? I think this is going to really make every little show that much more important to all of us, and not just the musicians, but the fans as well. So I'm looking forward to that, coming back with a resurgence of pride and passion for rock and metal. And I'm just excited to have an album on the horizon for all that.
Yeah. So you do have an album. When can we expect to see the full album?
Yeah, I mean, again, political answer I could give you, but I'm just going to give you the real answer. I mean, we're hoping next year. I mean, if we can get it, I want it out personally. If you ask me, it's not just always about me. There's managers of label involved, but if it was about me, I want the album out just before we tour. So if we're not going to tour, I don't want it out. But it's not. It might not happen that way. I mean, there's so many things that are changing. It could end up coming out before the end of the year. The good news is it's just about done. I've been running around like crazy trying to make sure that was dialed in, and did most of the album in LA. They shut LA down. I'm from Michigan, so I wanted to be quarantined here closer to home. So that's a challenge, right? I don't want to get on a plane anytime soon, or certainly don't want to make that ridiculous drive out west if I don't have to from the Midwest. But we're just taking it one day at a time. I mean, again, we're grateful we put 2 songs out. We'll see when they kind of run their course what the next step is. I'm already excited about what the next single might be, and getting the album art dialed in and enjoying all those things that happen when you put out an album. And normally you take those for granted because we're touring at this point. I'm trying to enjoy every step, trying to get in the studio as much as I can here, trying to do as much acoustic stuff as I can. Just again, without the band, all I can do is acoustic stuff. So again, just trying to make sure the band stays healthy and everyone's riding in the norm and the way they want to go in their own lane, and trying to just suck up that energy with fam and friends, man. Getting ready for
how do you make sure everyone's practicing, man? How do you make sure everyone's keeping their chops up during this whole thing?
That's what they're professionals for, right? They gotta be doing that on their own. I don't know, but again, singing me, you just got to sing in the shower, right? You got to sing in the car. You got to keep it fresh. But it's been great, man, to rest my voice. I mean, this is the first time since probably the early 90s. I mean, I've been going nonstop in bands before that I haven't done any singing at all. So it's been great. My voice feels incredible. So it's been awesome to kind of again just get that mind right, get that body healed up. So when we're ready to go, we don't want any more breaks. When we get back again, let's go. We just want to keep it rolling.
Right. Yeah, the drummers and the guitar players, they don't understand. You're working with a thin piece of flesh here.
That's it.
And you snap a guitar string, you replace it. You can't go to Guitar Center and get another one of these.
No,
man.
You get your DJ too, man. You need that voice right. You need that voice right, man. You get it. And always the drummers and the guitar players don't understand when your voice hurts and you're complaining. They're like, "Oh, don't be a baby about it. Come on."
Oh, right.
Man.
You're being a prima donna. Yeah.
You try it, right? But they I'm lucky. My band's learned over the years that they've definitely given me smack over the years, in the early years about it. So I feel grateful that they're finally on the same page with me these days, for sure.
Right, man. Well, hey, we won't keep you any longer from your birthday weekend, man. I hope you have a blast.
My pleasure, man.
You turn in 21, right? It's 21.
21, man. I've turned 21 now for a few years, so it's great. I'll tell you. It's whenever you turn 21, it's a good thing.
That's right, man. Well, hey, you look great. Stay young, man, and we're looking forward to hearing more Pop Evil and seeing you guys hopefully live back at the Apollo Theater here in Belvedere. We've had you there a couple of times, and we miss you.
Can't wait to be back your way in Belvedere there at the Apollo live, and can't wait to play all this new stuff for you. All right, we're gonna have to do a toast together, you and me, when we get through this. All right,
it sounds like a plan. I can't wait for it, Leigh. Thank you very much for hanging with us for another At Home exclusive.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Bye bye. All right, we're good.